1 2 1 2.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving to everybody. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the indigenous people. Colonizers kick rocks.
Yeah.
We're here. Shout out Jerome Baker III, my guy, always available. # where Eddie is on the way. And shout out to DontChargeAbdul.
Happy Indigenous Day.
Tremendous times for what we have left here in America. Basically, our last episode we did really well. So we appreciate everybody who listened. Yo, do remember, make sure you follow us on Instagram. We have a very incredible Instagram story that is just great laughs all the time.
We do.
Our new marketing strategy is about to go crazy.
Oh shit! Let me get on it.
I mean,
I can talk about it. Let me see here.
Gee, I think it might have what's it called though? It might have
expired.
Yeah, because it was 24 hours.
Do we want to say what it was?
Yeah. We'll talk to the people. So listen, people, from Thanksgiving Day until
today. You're listening to us on
You're listening to this, yes, as you're on the car, 95. Yep. Tell the kids to sit down in the back seat. Tell wifey to chill.
Yeah.
It's 50% off all memberships on Patreon to What's the Podcast. So if you want to become a member, if you want to upgrade your membership, it will be 50% off.
Every month, or is it just 1 month?
Right now, it's just for new subscriptions and upgrade. I'm not sure. We got to work it out because Patreon is consistently adding a lot of new features. Like you can sell posts now. You can do a bunch of different. We might sell some posts because
let's sell some posts.
Well, listen. With all due respect, you know what I'm saying. We have an interview that is like fire.
We do.
Yeah, we do.
With who? Oh, we haven't taped it yet.
Nah, we taped it. It's not on the internet yet. But we're not.
Okay.
We actually have like two really good interviews that you know what I'm saying, are a couple years old now, but
all right,
could really set it off for us. You know what I mean?
Indeed, true indeed. We should maybe run a few of those back for Patreon. No?
Absolutely.
Okay,
yeah, for
that's
sure.
Where you were going. That's where you were going with this.
Yeah.
All right, I got you. So join us on Patreon, man. Shout out to Patreon, dog.
Shout out to Patreon.
You sent me that PayPal today. I can't front. I got happy.
Yeah, no, listen. We actually have to shout out our listeners. You know, our
shout
listeners.
Shout out to the patronies.
Our listen, What's the Podcaster, our potters.
Yeah.
We're not sure what podcast style you like 5 years in. We're not sure if we need to yell at you like Joe Budden, if we need to post everything on like TikTok. You know what I'm saying? But feedback is always necessary.
Sure.
But it's our Thanksgiving episode, obviously the most probably impactful cultural significant event that happened this past between podcasts was the release of the new Kendrick Lamar album.
Oof. I'm hearing a lot about it.
What have you heard so far?
I mean, I'm hearing that people already talk about album of the year. People are saying classic.
Right.
People are dissecting the sneakers that are worn in each video. You know, I mean, it's just Kendrick everywhere, dog.
Yeah, they're dissecting the video, the sneakers, who's in the video, a lot of LA culture.
Every line that he said.
Every line that he said.
What is it about? I mean, I like that. I do like that today's fan gets all this sort of dissected information from somebody who has the time to put it out that we necessarily didn't get back in the day. You know what I mean? It was our before the internet, you know, the 90s, early 2000s, before, you know, these sort of blogs really became a thing. We just kind of had to ask your man, what did he mean by that? Or hit up somebody in New York if it was a New York artist, or somebody from that region, be like, what exactly does this mean? Is Compton really this crazy? Like, is South Central LA really like as, you know what I'm saying, as wild as Ice Cube makes it sound? You know what I mean? Like, those are the sort of questions you had to ask before going to LA.
True, what I think we all realized was
street where Eddie's in the building. Keep going, bro.
DJ Quick told us.
Yeah.
South Denver is just like Compton.
Yeah.
St. Louis is just like Compton. Baltimore is just like Compton. The same street smarts that you have to use in those cities and many others apply to Compton, California.
That's a fact.
The album, from my point of view, is absolutely a classic. It is culturally relevant to the West Coast like no other. You get some Southwest culture in there, so Vegas, Phoenix. I can't speak for like New Mexico or like Utah, but
I don't
Vegas,
think I've ever met anyone from New Mexico or from Utah.
I have a good homie who's a DJ in Utah. He runs things. My guy DJ Bangarang, shout out to him. He's like just the homie. He runs everything in Utah. And no, I've never met anybody from New Mexico. But New Mexico kind of has like 3 major cities.
New Mexico is tight.
Like it has like
Albuquerque, Santa Fe,
and Albuquerque, Santa Fe, and Las Cruces. Those are 3 decent cities in New Mexico. We got a little buzz. But the West Coast culture, which you're not necessarily like ignorant to, like
not at all.
You spent time.
No, I frequented out there, and I've been to. I've been to South Central, I've been to Compton, but like you said, it's all about how you move and what you need to be aware of. I was just simply saying, back in the 90s, we did not have access to that kind of information at our fingertips that you have today. So, all this stuff where they're dissecting every line in Kendrick's album and, putting you on game just from listening to this interview or this podcast or this stream where somebody's talking about this album. We didn't have that sort of access back then.
Correct. I think that as sort of globalization, consumerism, and all these other things kicked off, and streetwear, and what I'm saying, just our individual paths of who we are, we all made it a point to get out there at least once a year, maybe once every 2 years. Just to check in, tap in, so to speak, not with like the gang culture per se, but just the homies in LA, because we know so many people who have left either DC, gone to LA, New York, Atlanta, Miami, whatever the case may be, they've made the move to LA. And the Kendrick album is a testament to things that are very much South Central Los Angeles, Compton, and they're just, homie culture, some gang culture, some Chicano culture. Obviously we see the song Squabble Up has the Debbie Deb sample, which is a huge song in both the freestyle East Coast parties. She's from Miami, but the West Coast loves her. You know what I'm saying? So like the power of that song is undeniable. Across, Hispanics, Latinos, essays, whatever you want to call them. You know what I mean? So Kendrick album is good, man. I think there's hints that it's a double album. There's another album coming on December 14th, is what they're saying.
Okay.
And it's just I don't know, man. When he drops, things just
everything moves around. And he's managed to stay on top of the charts with this album. I mean, there's a new movie that's out. I don't know if your daughter has wanted to go see it yet. Wicked, which, its soundtrack is beloved by children and all that shit. And Kendrick's album is still beating that. So that alone says a lot.
Wow.
Wait, Wicked sold 109,000 units. Kendrick sold 291,000.
He crushed
Stream
it.
sold what?
Not even close. Yeah.
It's not even
Yeah,
close.
it's double plus some. You feel me? So
Yeah.
More than double.
It's not
I
even
think
close.
that what people have to realize is that, you know, Kendrick drops, it's a moment, it's a movement, it's a reset button. It's also time to go. You know what I'm saying? Like the two biggest songs of the club right now.
Do you think that Kendrick his albums would have this much success if there wasn't controversy attached to it?
I don't
What's the
see
controversy?
Like
yeah,
like him and Drake and like all that other shit. Like that's kind of what, like, I don't want to say it brought him back, because no, he's still an elite artist, but it kind of like made him bubble a little bit. The controversy definitely got more people. It broadened his fan base, I'd say.
I think, well, I believe, because remember, I'm trying to not say I think, but I believe what it did is it made him drop more often. If you look at it, dude has like 6 tweets in history, and they're all related. They're all related to like his
Albums coming out.
albums, right? Now he might have taken some shots on this album, but you know what we got to remember is Not Like Us is not on this album.
Right, but
Right.
What song did he just drop that like everybody's going crazy over, and it's like a Drake diss?
There's no Drake diss.
It's not a Drake diss. I think it's just a subliminal, and whoever fits, whoever the shoe fits on. But that song is everywhere. You talk about the one with the video, right?
What's it called?
I
X
forget
something?
the name. Yeah. But
No, the whole album's called G and X.
Okay.
The
one that has the video just came. Like the video just came out, and it's like
let's squabble up.
Yeah, you don't think that has any sort of like
I don't think. I think that
you think the internet's creating that.
Yeah, I mean the way they've broken it. I mean, I've seen so many Joe Budden clips about this album, like clips like, you know, Joe is the top podcast for the urban world right now, urban rap world, and they're breaking down every single thing about the album because it's worth talking about. It's worth mentioning. You know what I'm saying?
And is Joe Budden a fan of it or no?
Yeah. He's a huge fan of it, and I think what we've seen is Drake's reaction, which I think is really hurting him. His, you know, so if you're not aware, Drake,
he's suing Columbia Records or something like that.
He's asking for a petition for UMG to see if they change some metrics regarding streams and sales and the value of $1 stream. Yeah, it's a lot, man. I had to watch a TikTok video to fully understand what he's doing.
I mean, there's probably truth in it, dog. We live in the fucking future. I'm not saying that he should care. I'm just saying there definitely is like metrics involved.
Oh, so he's not. I heard he was suing them because they put out Kendrick's song where they called him, a pedophile.
There's two different things that he's brought forth to the table. One of them has to do with Not Like Us, but the other one has to do with he believes that they inflated the streams and used different mechanics to inflate the streams.
Which they probably did.
And they've probably done it for his music.
Exactly.
So the problem was that's what people are saying. They're saying, hey,
that's how he knows that they do that, because he's done it.
Yeah.
100%. What they're saying that is, bro, when you use this, because they said he did it with Hotline Bling.
Yep.
When you did this,
it was a good song.
It was a very good song.
Yeah,
but play it. But what I'm saying is, they're literally saying, bro, when you did this, you had no issue. Yeah. Now that somebody else has done it against you, you have an issue.
Now we have an issue. Yeah.
And the problem, I believe so, is the timing of it all. Kendrick is destroying everything right now, and now you want to bring this forward? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right. So obviously, go ahead.
Do you think he has a case for the pedophile thing?
No. Because he insinuated that Kendrick abused his wife, and that his partner, Dave Free, was the father of Kendrick's children.
Right. But hold on. But he said he got that. He paid for that information, so he didn't really come from him.
But the fact is, you're the one that put it to the national. You know what I'm saying? So whoever you paid it for, that doesn't matter.
I mean, you could say that about him being a pedophile. You could say Kendrick could say I paid for that.
Unless Kendrick just came out on his own and just made that shit up.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Like
at the end of the day, all of this started because Baby from Cash Money did not want to pay Pharrell for the What Happened to That Boy beat.
How
That's
does that tie in with this?
Okay, so I'm gonna tell you.
Okay.
Baby never pays for.
Hold on. We just hit the 15-minute mark, bro.
Oh,
we might just
we giving a free game for Thanksgiving.
Yeah, we're free game for Thanksgiving.
It's going on the public forum, or
you're welcome. You're all welcome
to Patreon.
We'll give them an extra 5 minutes, okay?
Cool.
Because
again,
we want to give them more incentive to sign up for What's the Podcast memberships, which are now 50% off.
50% off.
It's 50% off for all podcast memberships right now from Turkey Day until probably Thanksgiving.
All right,
so
bet.
get your
Turkey Day to Thanksgiving.
Turkey Day
to Christmas Day. I'm sorry.
All right, bet.
And you can gift memberships now as well.
You can gift them for somebody else.
Yeah, you can gift subscription.
Go give your loved one.
We might gift one lucky listener a subscription.
That's potential. With all the money we're making, we might do that. Okay, guys.
We might gift you.
Yeah.
1 week's free subscription.
So this is what I've been told by a source. Obviously, I got 757 ties.
Yep.
But
reliable source or just
reliable source. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So Baby never paid Pharrell for What Happened to That Boy beat.
Hot beat.
We remember that song. We all remember that song.
Yeah.
At this point, that's when Pusha and them get upset. And what comes after that? Mr. Me Too. Mr. Me Too. The entire Mr. Me Too is about Lil Wayne. That remember in the Wayne's video, he's wearing all the babe.
Yes.
He's wearing all that.
Yeah, I figured that's where you were going with. Yeah.
Who was wearing all the babe first?
Before that.
No, but let me tell you something. Do you remember that dude from DC who was Lil Wayne's stylist, who probably put him in all that babe?
Yes.
So that's not him. Pharrell and Pusha dressed themselves.
I also don't know.
Wayne had a stylist, so you can't really be mad at him for
his
First of all, we grown men. So if you think of somebody else wearing a T-shirt that you wear, that shit is suspect to me, anyways.
This is 2005. It's not today. Nobody was grown. Nobody was grown
20
at
years ago. This is 20 years ago.
20 years ago, this motherfucker was 25.
Who?
They all our age.
Yeah. So.
So at 25, I wasn't mad at you because you had.
Okay, well that's you. That's you. But we're talking about these rap cats. So what they're doing is, you know what I'm saying. So boom, you're biting our style.
Yeah.
You're trying to dress like us, and mind you, we don't know if this is when he was working with Ed, right?
Right.
And so from that point on, Mr. Me Too is about.
Also, that's just a great song. So if the shoe fits, they never said Lil Wayne's name on it.
They never said his name, but the widely known belief and understanding is it's about Wayne.
So pushing them, the clips come out with Push comes out with Mr. Me Too.
Me Too.
Because Baby didn't want to pay Pharrell.
Yeah, that was like the first single from the second album, I believe.
So then what happens after that?
From that point on, we've just had this low simmering sort of, shots back and forth.
Did Lil Wayne ever get at pushing them or no?
He has a song called Ghoulish.
Okay.
Which was around the time that Drake and Push were beefing.
Okay.
And but it's a terrible song.
But nothing back 20 years ago when Mr. Me Too came out.
No. I mean, you got to remember, Wayne was probably the biggest rap artist when he dropped Lollipop. That was $1 million in a week.
Yeah.
Clips couldn't do anything at that point in time.
No.
But as time goes on, these guys still don't necessarily have love for each other. Obviously, Drake steps into the war. They kind of start going back and forth. Next thing you know, you have, Drake versus Push. It's center stage of all rap. What is that? 15, 16 maybe? Something like that?
Yeah.
Nah,
it was like,
18, 19?
18, 19.
Was it?
Adonis and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's 18, 19.
Might have been 20.
So it wasn't 10 years ago. It wasn't 15, 14, 15.
Nah, it wasn't 14, 15.
18.
18.
Yeah.
18 is when the story of Adidon came out. Okay. So you can say 17. Yeah. You can say 17, 18 is when Sparks started to fly.
Yeah.
Sparks started to fly, and people sort of just had difference of opinions. And from that point on,
so you think Push targeted Drake just for the whole Cash Money thing?
I think the Pharrell disrespect.
I don't think Drake disrespect Pharrell.
Well, no, I'm saying the Pharrell disrespect from Baby. Like, but Baby is
by
Wayne.
Association. We don't fuck with none of y'all.
Right. Then Drake speaks up for Wayne, so on and so forth.
Also, there was also the tension between Drake and Kanye that also Push stepped up for.
There you go. So you got Push
because Push is on Good Music.
He's on Good Music. He was the
president of Good Music.
President of Good Music. Right.
Yeah.
So you look at this point, is there's just a lot of miscommunication. Also, you have to remember Wayne on the album. Kendrick says, "My hard work disappointed Lil Wayne." Yeah. Lil Wayne then tweets or says something about, "What did I do? You don't want you don't want to wake the sleeping beast." Yada yada yada.
Is this Super Bowl related? Maybe.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
100%.
All right.
Wayne is not a battle rapper. He is a tremendous rapper.
He's a performer. He's not a battle rapper. Yeah.
He's a terrible performer, though. No. Wayne is a tremendous rapper. I think he can give you bars all day long.
Yeah, but he's not a battle rapper.
Performer, not the best, and battle rapper, and he's absolutely not.
Too strung out on drugs to battle anybody. Let's be honest. Like
that maybe, and that's true as well, right? So
easy of a target.
I think that what we're gonna see is that's gonna be in the background. I think people feel like Drake is not hip to the culture, bringing lawyers to this. They feel like he is, which is true to an extent. You can't bring lawyers to a rap battle. I think you need to leave that sort of out of it because that's what this looks like. And you can go through the red tape and you can figure it all out, but at the end of the day, you just still look like a sore loser. Mm-hmm. And his it just continues. Drake just needs to be quiet, make the most incredible music we've never heard before.
Just shut the fuck up,
and just come back out with songs for the ladies.
And don't try to battle rap real MCs.
No, I respect Drake's battle rap though, because as much as I love Pusha T and I think Kendrick crushed it, I do like that Drake will go up against anyone.
100%.
Step into the ring, 100%.
Yeah, 100%. Step up and lose if you got to lose.
Yeah, he ain't
you got to
down.
know how to take that loss because this is stupid. You keep on bringing more attention to yourself 5 months after we've already forgotten about this.
Yeah.
Nobody cared, right?
Like everybody forgot you were back making music. Nobody was talking shit about you.
He purposefully said so.
Unnecessary heat.
Another part of him being like, obtuse to the culture is he can sit down with any streamer he wants. He can make somebody's life. He can sit down with a person of color, woman, whatever, and literally change their life if he does a 30-minute stream with them.
Yep.
Yeah.
He sits down with some super nerdy white guy who is just completely.
This is new?
This is last week, maybe over the weekend.
8 and something?
Right. No. His name's like QNC or something like that. And so he ends up sitting down with this guy who's completely obtuse to the culture and basically explains how he's like, I'm here, nobody's putting their hands on me, yada, yada, yada. He's like, I have a album coming out with Party Next Door. It's 75% done. Bro, that is perfect. Make you a soft R&B album for the winter and get back to making summer songs that everybody likes. I've always said that there's one thing that the music industry cannot have right now, particularly rap music, is a long absence from Drake.
Yeah.
Right? Like if he wants to take a break, it's one thing. But if people start to not feel you anymore, that's different. Because you're the one that keeps the clubs going. He puts out an album, 17 songs, 13 of them are going to be in the club. Number one off rip.
100%.
Right?
They're going to get played 3 times a night.
Yeah. Right. Now, what's the biggest 2 songs in the club? Mustard and the Squabble Up joint.
Yeah.
I mean, people are going. I played Wild Days this weekend. People lost it like I haven't seen in a very long time to those 2 songs.
Yeah.
And I think people are very much looking for him to respond. But listen, at this point, you challenge Kendrick.
Do those clubs go off? I mean, do those songs go off like at like a St. Eve's, at like a not such an eclectic crowd, but more of like a St. Eve's or like a
club,
something like that, like a club.
Like urban night,
like predominantly black, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
they go off like that because I know like Wild Days and like other places where like it's a little more like eclectic of a crowd.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of jumps around and gets crazy. But I just don't know if the streets are really feeling it.
The streets are feeling it. From what
white and brown kids jumping around in circles does not seem like the streets. Like if you like,
it was urban night in Wild Days this past Saturday, and
I'm just curious to see how it does it. Like
I understand.
Or like something like that, like prime time, 1:30 in the morning. Let's see how Kendrick shit does. And like
it's a lot of bad crib walking. Right, it's a lot of bad crib walking.
That's expected. I mean, we're here.
Yeah, it's a lot of really bad crib walking. Shit that'll get you punched in the face if you're in LA, but it's a different.
They wouldn't do that in LA. They're not doing.
They wouldn't. They would just nod their heads real.
They see the essays really, the gangbangers really do it for real. Like, okay, I'm not fucking around.
Yeah, you're like, oh.
I'm good. I'm good. This shit is real. I'm not gonna.
Guys, where's the Uber, guys? Come on, we need to get back to.
Yeah, first of all, we're in the wrong place right now.
We need to get to Hollywood. Yeah. The only time I ever thought I was in the wrong place is I was in LA, had a bunch of free time on a Saturday afternoon, and I said I'm gonna go see the Nipsey Memorial. This was like the summer after he passed.
What's that, Slauson?
Crenshaw and Slauson. It's real as it gets.
Yeah.
But they're cool. They were cool at the time. It was literally
they know they have tourists coming to see the Nipsey mural.
So it's a bunch of random people that just like never gangbang in their life, couples, black, white, everything. To the point where like the gangsters would take your picture for you if you wanted to.
Hey, that much love for him.
Yeah, hey, homie, you want to take a picture?
Yeah.
Hey, homie.
I'm gonna take a selfie real quick though, bro. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? And then like there's a gas station right there.
Yeah.
You have to get out of that gas station alive as soon as possible. Like I'm talking like I think I had an Uber. That joint said 7 minutes. I was like, I don't know.
7 minutes.
I had a Lyft joint said 3. I took that Lyft real quick, bro. Stood right by the front door. Like
I that Uber black, that quick.
Yeah, I don't care. And I had on a black t-shirt, black pants,
neutral.
Black,
you neutral?
Yeah.
I don't care, bro. They start tripping for no reason. You do not want to be in the.
Yeah, it's true.
In the rolling 60s neighborhood on a Saturday afternoon.
No, I mean, look what happened to him.
Yeah.
Perfect example. Nobody's safe.
Yeah. So, what's the podcast? Obviously,
we're here.
We're here. It's Thanksgiving. You're still sitting in traffic. Hopefully, the kids have calmed down. Everybody's on their iPad. You know what I'm saying?
Speaking of Thanksgiving, since you guys are from here, what's the deal with turkey? How did turkey become the bird of choice for Thanksgiving?
I have no fucking idea, dog.
I hate
turkey.
I believe that they were native to the land that the first colonizers and then Indians shared, quote unquote shared.
Hold on, quote unquote natives. We're not gonna call them Indians.
Indians.
Oh,
this is not India. This is America. They're Native Americans.
Okay, I was gonna say something else, but we'll keep it moving.
I know what you were gonna say. You were gonna recite the Jay-Z song.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, for sure.
I know.
You can call him feathered. He didn't call him Indian.
Whoa.
He called him feathered.
Whoa.
That's not derogatory.
I am not calling anybody anything.
I'm calling them Native Americans.
Yes. Me too.
Yo, so the indigenous people.
There we go.
In their first
indigenous people.
When for some reason when they trusted the white man, I believe that there were wild. I believe there were wild turkeys around. Okay. And so they killed them.
All right.
But the indigenous people had already been
eating them.
Eating them anyway. Yeah. So they gave it was a like, hey, like we're gonna share this tradition with you.
Yeah.
We're gonna break bread while you fuck us. Pretty much. Pause.
Mm-hmm.
Literally, figuratively, like I'll never, you know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, fuck Pocahontas. Anyway,
Pocahontas.
Well, not Pocahontas, the white guy.
The white guy that fucked Pocahontas.
John Smith. John
Smith, yeah.
Shit like that.
Have y'all ever had Native American food?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
From where? Where did you have
I'm
this?
from Arizona. It's called
Arizona. Yes. Okay.
Yeah,
they have the Pueblos out there, dog.
Yeah, we have this thing called Indian fry bread.
Fire.
What's that taste like?
It's like naan. You've had naan before?
Yeah, of course.
It's like a very
like the other kind of Indian bread. Hold on, I'm seeing some similar. Maybe we should call it Indian.
So it's like a very warm
if you
piece.
tell me you had some like roti butter chicken or something.
Nah.
I have been confused as being Native American in the past. I will say that.
It's just you use the warm bread as sort of a base for whatever type of filling you're looking for.
That's your fork.
So you can use it. You can
Pop it up.
Yeah, I mean, we have this place back in Arizona, and I think I'm gonna go home for Christmas now. That is just tremendous for
Native American food.
And indigenous people too. And they have it at the museum here though.
Oh, okay. Is it spicy? Is their food
No.
spicy?
No.
Oh, it's kind of bland.
I had Native American food when I went to New Mexico. My homie got married in Taos, and there's all these like pueblos around like up there, and the food is good, man. It's like
All right.
I would say it was very. I don't want to say similar to like Mexican food, but there's definitely like a few similarities based on like where they're
region.
From, you know
Regional. I mean, Mexican.
And a lot of the pueblos, they were speaking Spanish in the pueblo, like the Native American Indians in New Mexico, where I went to. They would speak Spanish. I wouldn't say it's their native tongue, but it was more native to them than English.
Yeah, I mean, at this point, we got to remember, like states like Arizona, New Mexico, were Mexico, right? And they had high volumes of indigenous people there. So to see indigenous people speak Spanish is not foreign at all.
100%. If most Mexicans get their DNA done or 23andMe, they're gonna come up native indigenous.
Absolutely.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. They gotta stop tripping.
Yeah.
But if you go to All Star 27, Abdul, or find yourself in New Mexico, Arizona type
That's
time,
where it is. All Star 2027.
NBA All Star 27 is in Arizona.
Oh, Arizona. Okay, I got
you. You'll be able to get some.
It's there.
Yeah, like it'll be everywhere. It's amazing. Like sometimes they use sugar, confectionery sugar on it.
Okay.
Or like I said, they'll do like
a funnel cake,
hamburger fillings. Yeah, almost like, yo, listen, my mom. Oh my goodness. every time we go home, it's the first. We don't even go home first.
How many? What was the native population in your high school? Did you have like native?
We had like 16 of them, but
any girls?
No,
all dudes.
Yeah.
God damn.
They're shaped pretty badly, to be honest.
Who, the guys? Pause.
The whole.
They're like smoke.
The whole race. Yeah, it's like
the whole race. God
but they got like bad shoulders. You know what I'm saying?
We'll say Polynesian.
Yeah. Oh no, this is appropriate.
Hey, that's
you asked the question, bro. Give you an answer.
Look, man.
So look, they didn't start really moving off the res until about 97, 98. Because the res.
So they were in school with you. They were living on the res.
No, they just started to move off the res. But like when I say just started to move off, like my neighborhood is pretty solid. So if you can get a 2-story house in my neighborhood, you can get 6-8 people living in there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? 3-4 bedrooms maybe. So at this point you would get the original family, a brother, a sister, grandma, grandpa,
nieces,
whatever.
Nephews.
Right. So then you got 6 to 8. So then what they do is they're like I just read about it. They're like Asians. So no. Listen,
they're like most ethnic immigrants.
This is Abdul's fault. So if you go to LA, right? Do you know why there's so many donut shops in LA?
Yeah, because who came over there? The Vietnamese or
Vietnamese dude? So they created a business for themselves, right?
Yeah.
So they do the same thing. It's like, oh, we'll I forget what the business is, but they just, all right, cool. Hire my homie to do X, Y, Z.
Right.
He moves his family. And the thing about it too, man, they were all short. Really short. You know what I mean? Like, it was bad. And they try to play ball. They love to hoop. I'm so serious. No. Ask anybody who played basketball in Arizona. They love the hoop.
There were some indigenous ballers.
Now, I will put...
But they can't ball. He's saying they're not athletic.
No, he's saying they're not tall.
It's a mix of both.
Okay.
Now, what I'm saying is, I will put the trenches of any city on earth, Newark, New Jersey, Baltimore, Maryland, Louisville, Kentucky, Chicago, whatever, up against the res. Like, it's so inhuman there.
Yeah.
It's you can't rap about it. Like if you put the rappers who rap about the streets on the res, they're dead in 48 hours.
Yeah.
They can't survive in those conditions.
Yeah,
man.
I mean, we did. This country did the native indigenous people
so dirty.
So dirty.
So dirty.
It's true.
I also think that you have to look at I think we've talked about this before. This is a big issue that was growing up was liquor on the reservation is a tremendous problem.
Yeah.
Tobacco, liquor, and
Drugs.
Casino.
They had gangs. They had all sorts of things. Like, how you got gangs when there's 17
You're
people
all in the same fucking tribe?
Yeah,
How
there's
do you have gangs against each other?
There's 17 people living on 651 acres. Like, bro, you can't farm none of this shit. You can't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? So
they get them all hooked. They get them all on substance abuse, man. They pump into their, it's crazy.
Damn.
So, but liquor was really, really bad. I remember in the late to early 90s.
There's some Native American Indians that's rich as shit, though.
Oh
yeah. Now that they got that.
What's that dude in the sneaker game, Abdul?
I know who you're talking about.
Like a big dude with a beard.
Perfect pair.
What? He getting all that tobacco, liquor, casino money.
Yeah, I think he might come from casino money.
Whatever he is, he's native, and he's
for sure.
They not living on the res.
I think that one of the major things too you have to remember is like those people literally come from nothing.
Yeah. So
like to see them make it out, or to see them sort of, get these people to build a casino, invest in their land. That's all that they have, and they have to make generational money as quick as possible.
Yeah.
Because they never know when and if something's going to be taken away from them or whatever the case may be, right? So shout out to our indigenous people.
Shout out to them.
You know what I'm saying? You guys are the original.
You guys are loved, man. We love y'all.
It's like, you guys and us, we're bonded. And when I say us, I mean black people, because we've been fucked just in the worst way possible by the white man.
That's a fact.
So when you guys rise, when the indigenous people rise,
you gonna rise with them.
Yeah. Don't do black people dirty. But we saw what the Arabs did to us, and the Arabs are looking real corny in the light right now.
What happened? Oh, with the election.
Dearborn, with the election.
Yes. Fuck
so
those guys.
What's a podcast? Happy Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Happy. I thought we changed the name of Thanksgiving, or was that just Indigenous Peoples Day?
We changed Columbus Day.
Columbus Day to Indigenous Peoples Day.
That's right.
All right. So happy Turkey Day. We'll call it.
Still called Thanksgiving by
fuck John Smith.
Fuck John Smith.
Yeah. So obviously, we've been seeing a lot of ill sneakers drop. Cortez Air Trainer Hirachi.
Come on. You guys have probably seen the first two colors, right?
The white and the
brown. It was a gray color, right?
Gray color was the first one.
Yeah.
The second one was a white pair. Somewhere over here.
The third pair is over here.
No, the third pair though. Holy shit. It's the black pony here. And man, listen.
You know what I don't like about them? It's hard to wear camouflage shoes for me, dog.
They're not camo.
Does it have camo in the sock liner?
The sock liner, but it's so subtle that it's okay.
But looking down on them, I'm just like,
Dog, I love
that
that they did it that way, because it just adds to it being so subtle. You know what I mean? Like it doesn't take away from the rest of the shoe. And normally camo, because of how intense it is, it takes away a lot. But because it's inside the sock liner, and it's not that woodland camo, it's like something that could be considered camo, but isn't camo. The pattern on it, you know what I mean? So it's
not like
camo.
It's not a conventional camo, but it's a camo.
Right. But
I see it. It looks good.
This black
It looks
pair, though.
really
The black pair
good.
has camo also, or
Nah,
all black?
I haven't seen it. Just looks all black pony hair, which
And the
reminds me.
The white pair and a gray pair came out,
Yeah,
and they
Yeah,
both
but-
have the same kind of camo sock liner.
If you look at the
Yeah.
link right there, look at the link in the private chat. That's
Yep.
the
yeah,
Hirachi
it's fire.
black
It takes me back also to rest in peace, DJ Clark Kent. You all remember when he did the Black Friday Air Force Ones in 2008
Yeah, with the pony hair.
with the black pony hair, the black midsole, outsole. Oh my God! But this might be. I mean, I clearly they saved the best for last in putting out this the third Air Trainer Hirachi, but this one is the best one. But in other Hirachi news, the original, remember that the gray and black joint is coming back next year.
Bo Jackson's.
Well, not the Bo Jacksons.
That's what I call them.
Yeah, we did call. He wore him in the commercial,
That's what I
didn't he?
call them. Yeah,
I think he did wear him in the commercial. The
They're
first
not
year.
like his shoe, but that was
No,
his
it's
shoe
not his
before
shoe.
he had a
Yeah.
signature shoe.
I think it came out in '94. That Air Trainer Hirachi with the strap. Was it before that? '92.
Might have been 93, 94. You're right.
Okay.
I had the forest green Nubuck ones was fire. I
Yo,
want them to retro those.
I don't remember the four. You're talking about the really high ones,
No, the same ones. The Hirachis with the strap.
not the. Oh
like-
yeah.
They were like
That
forest
wasn't
green.
that wasn't before the gray and black one though. The gray and black one was the very first one.
I think that was the same time when Nike used to drop 5 colorways out at the same time. Like I
think they
remember
might-
when you used to walk.
But there was the
I remember you
girls colorway too, with the white, with the pink, and almost
and
like
the aqua green
oh my God. Yeah. They should just
or
retro
the
all those
Barcelona color,
OG
the white
colors.
with the Barcelona colors.
They should just bring out all those
Yeah.
colors
Yeah.
and just call it a day. No
Yeah.
need to fuck with the origin, the new shit, and just drop
Yeah.
them as they were.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Reimagine all that shit.
beautiful.
Reimagine all the old Nikes.
Yeah. Shout out to Cortez though. They killed it with this one.
Stash Air Max 95. I believe this is going to be the cool kids only shoe.
Man,
December 13th.
Stash Air Max 95s and the Air Force.
And the Air Force One. Again, this is going to be the cool kids only shoe. Cool grown man shoe. I see this as a grown man, cool guy shoe.
I was just talking to my man all day earlier today. We were on the phone and he grabbed his pairs and he's like, dog, I can't believe I'm saying this, but I like them better than the originals.
Hold on, what?
Yeah.
Wow.
He said
Which pair?
the 95s for one and the Air Forces. You know,
Wow.
he said there. I mean, he was just going out to say that by saying that, yo, these are really, really good. It's a good spin on the original pairs. Like if you were to remix this pair from 2006 in 2024, this is a good way to do it.
And
to
he
bring
obviously has both pairs of the old OGs
sure.
and the original. So
For sure.
he can do a side-by-side comparison.
He said he just found a signed pair from Stash in a brand new in a box, 2006.
Wow.
Yeah, he just found them. He does have both pairs.
It's unfortunate, fellas, but I got to run. I got to get to the
I gotta run
function.
as well.
Are
we in the streets this weekend? Are we stepping out Friday, Rome? Where you at?
Friday Wild Days, Saturday Heist. Should be a good weekend. Yeah,
All right.
should be fun.
I think we're gonna step out and see what it is.
See what's popping, yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
What's a podcast? Happy Thanksgiving. Quick 45. Our gift from us to you.
Yeah.
Remember, memberships are half off. Our Instagram is incredible. Shout out to my man, always available. Hashtag She Were Eddie.
Peace, y'all. Happy Thanksgiving.
Shout out to my man, DontChargeAbdul.
Yes. Chicken is better than turkey.
100%.
True.
Fried
pork-
chicken.
no pork,
better than
though.
Fried turkey.
No,
Yeah,
no pork over it. No pork.
No pork. on the pork.
I am DJ Joe Baker III, and we are out. Peace.
Peace.